Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Don here, your traffic jockey in the traffic center. We welcome you to the Big Friday broadcast here on this February the 10th. And doing a quick scan of the area, it is busier than what I'd like to see it. I think some of that has to do with there's a little bit of moisture on the road here this morning. We had a little bit of rain last night, very, very light, but the roadways are a little bit moist. We'll put it in that vernacular. So be careful. It doesn't take a whole lot to, from the rubber meets the road, as they say, to go ahead and lose traction. So be very careful out there here this morning. So I think I'm going to maybe do a little song and dance here for the next 90 seconds, and then we're going to go to the weather center and get a first check of the weather. I believe this is Andrea, but when they sent me over the clips, let me find my page here. When they sent over the weather, they have to get John to see if they can see if we can make sure that we get the names for our weather anchors, because the semesters have changed and there's some new faces and so forth. So just trying to piece together everybody here for the Tri-State Traffic Show. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. We will be going to a little after 8:30 for about the next hour, I think, a little over an hour, about 8:35. Then we have to connect with the New Jersey Morning Show, jump in and do some traffic for them coming up at the top of 9 o'clock. Between 9 and 10 a.m. So that should be a lot of fun here for the Big Friday before the Super Bowl. What are your plans for Super Bowl? Where are you planning to watch the game? They always say, and it is true, it's one of the best times of the year to buy a big screen TV because you'll get a lot of the deals. Now, mind you, a lot of the deals that you get are on last year's model. So, I mean, if you're not really into that space, the home theater space like I am, and TVs and so forth, probably it's not going to make a difference whether it's last year's model or whatever new model is coming out in another month or two. So you can get some pretty decent deals. And TV wise, still the OLED TVs are going to give you the best picture. Now, mind you, you have to potentially have some criteria as far as a bit of a darker room. It probably wouldn't be it would be it'd still be fine, but I think the maximum picture quality would be in a room that's a little bit darker. For the OLEDs, they don't get quite as bright as the LCD panels. That's the one thing that the LCD panel has slightly over it, but some of the new QD OLEDs that are out there from Sony and Samsung and LG are making strides in getting narrowing. I can't even say gosh, that's a weird word. Narrowing the gap between LCD and OLED. So you can certainly get some really good deals on LCD TVs. You can get a 75-inch TV for like $600, so just a little food for thought there. And if you're looking for any more information about TVs, go to the YouTube channel for AVS Forums, and Mr. Scott Wilkinson is the TV guru. He's the expert. That's someone that I follow and take his advice very, very, very seriously. He's amazing reviewer of televisions and been doing this a long time. So if you're into that space, head over to the YouTube channel, and that's AVS Forums or avsforums.com. Sometimes he writes some articles there as well. Anyway, so let's get to the weather center. As I mentioned, I saw on some of the cameras it's a little bit slick. Let's head to the Rutgers Weather Studio. Good morning.
Jumping straight into our headlines, we do have a chance of showers tonight, and we do have rain expected throughout next week as temperatures continue to be above average, almost reaching the 60s. But as for now, we're going to look at the commuter forecast for this morning and this afternoon, and it will be cloudy, both for your AM and PM commutes, but with no precipitation, so we're all green and good to go. As for today's high temperatures, we're almost reaching the 60s again, 56 in Piscataway, Trenton, much across the Garden State, and getting even more north into White Plains, 54, 55 in Islip, and 54 in Milford as well. And for tonight's low temperatures, jumping down to the mid 30s for the most part, aside from Sussex at 29 degrees, we do have these calmer winds expected for tonight. Back to you, Don.
Thank you very much. And we thanks so much for the great job there in the Rutgers Weather Studio. So let me just show you a couple of quick temperature readings here that we're picking up. Again, these temps are an hour old. So we're looking at temperatures that are coming in, into the weather center here about half hour. So I've got the freshest updates. And I think right about now is going to be the high for the most part of today. This is probably gonna be the warmest part of the day is right now. Going to slowly drop off just a little bit, but I mean, look at this. LaGuardia is at 60, 56 in Somerville, 54 out on the island, 51 at Kennedy. A little bit of a breeze coming in off the water off Jamaica Bay, and then Trenton Mercer County coming in at 58. But Cedar Rose at 42 with some shallow fog. Kind of interesting. Maybe it's a little bit of a valley there. Let me bring it down to South Jersey. Let's just see what it is. Southern points. I mean, look at this. Look at Delaware, 63. I mean, it was pretty crazy temperatures yesterday. I mean, I was looking out towards the Ohio River Valley and Columbus, Pataskala, Ohio, in that area. It was almost 70. It was 67. Washington, D.C. was at 69 yesterday. It's unbelievably warm for February the 10th. 62 in Ocean City, 61 at Mount Holly. So these are some very, very warm temperatures for this time of the year. No questions about that. We go to Doylestown, Pennsylvania, 56, 51 in Allentown, 58 at PIA. So we're all into the mid to upper 50s to lower 60s. It's pretty crazy out there this morning. So let's go towards our incidents. Let's get onto the roads here. New Jersey is busy yet again. Unfortunately, 47 is shut both ways south of the Cumberland Mall and College Drive in Vineland. Let's go there. I don't think there's a camera for us this morning. Just as you come up passing the 55 interchange. Let's see what we got here. So there's the Cumberland Mall. This is just outside of Millville in southern sections of Vineland. Look for that. So hopefully everyone's okay there. We've got a crash on the Turnpike Express lanes on the way to the George. Watch for a crash there. Also overturned tractor trailer, Turnpike outer roadway northbound entrance ramp. I try to find that and I was quite unsuccessful. I don't know if Connor, you're heading to school today, if you're heading up that way along 18, but I don't know if you're able to see anything, just to let us know if it's still there. 295 south at exit 18, left shoulder is closed, and a utility pole 19 northbound south of Bergen Boulevard. Well, there is a camera there. See what that brings to the conversation. See if they move that or the aha. There is our down utility pole. That as we speak. So that's the northbound side of 19. It's also Route 46. That's why it says eastbound. It's one and the same, but that pole got sheared off right there at the gas station. Wonder if something took place at the gas station. This almost looks like, I don't want to say crime tape, but it's just a yellow tape kind of roping things off there at the gas station. But I used to come around the corner at Bergen Boulevard. Interesting. Let's go there because I'll show you where that is. Up here. Just as you right in here. It's not up that far. Where is this? Right in that spot. It's right in here. I think it's really East Homestead Avenue instead of Bergen Boulevard, quite honestly. It's right in here. this way. I think it's up around this corner. Oh, it's right in here. No, it's not. Because there's no gas station or anything. Foolishness. We're going too far. So it's down here, I believe. Where's the gas station? Oh, there's the gas station right here. I believe this is it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we found the gas station. Where is our traffic camera? Is it on? I think the camera is out. Where are you, little traffic camera? I had to take a guess. It was this. I had to take a guess. It's that utility pole there, or those two there that are no longer with us here. Yep, that's the Sunoco. I was right. Yep, there's those two poles there. There's the Sunoco logo. Here's the exit. Indeed. I don't know why that camera's not showing up on that map. There's the overhead sign. So the camera should be right in here. Camera should be up on here somewhere. That's the utility. That's the pole. That's the light stanchion. Don't ask me why I'm wasting time doing this, but I'm just fascinated to find out where this pole is. I can't understand where the heck. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't make a difference. We found it. It's not causing that terrible of a backup this morning. So we go with it. Not rateable. So let's open up the comments this morning. Alexander, happy Friday from East Rutherford. Good morning to you. Connor says, good morning. Warm weather I'm feeling today. Yes. And I didn't take the turnpike. I took Route 1 today. Okay. No problems at all. Back in. There we go. Okay, so we know what that is. Now, again, friends, the volume is a little bit reduced since yesterday. And this is what we've been seeing on Fridays is the volume down. South Long 208, that's still pretty heavy here getting into Route 4 and Route 17 in Fairlawn. Also, eastbound on 46 is heavy coming into the Little Falls area. Westbound Route 3 also busy right at Route 46. Northbound 21 and Garfield getting up into the Parkway. Westbound 80 is heavy. In Patterson, some volume there. And then north on the Parkway, some pretty hefty traffic as well as you get out to 148, 149 in that area. North on the Parkway is busy coming up from 130. 137 into 140. But the turnpike actually looks pretty good. We go out to Western Jersey, some slight congestion on eastbound 80 at 287. So is the eastbound side of 24, 15, 80, 206, 94, 15. We're all good here this morning. Not much. 78 Clinton, Lebanon, that's fine. 22, that is clear. 202, 206, also going to be fantastic. And we make our way on over to Monmouth County. So, friends, the volume is down. There's not a whole lot of action out here along the Turnpike 18, 195. Parkway, Ocean, Atlantic counties down to Cape May is good, 55, 43, 47. As we continue to populate 55 and 42. And that gets up into the Turnpike. So that's New Jersey. Okay. Let's go to the city. When is it not busy, right? So let's just break out of that. Go to the New York City incident page here at 7:43. 2 minutes. We're going to do another weather check. Van Wyck approaching Jamaica Avenue. 2 right lanes of 3 are blocked. Blocked. Let me go back to the Turnpike thing here at 9. I just don't know if I see it still. They're still saying it's there. So now it's at 10. First they were saying it's at 9. Now it's at 10? Wait. So they are looking for it, and I see some police activity here. This must be it right there, or what's left of it. It's not the greatest of shots. Yeah, that's what it is. It's there. It's at 10. So let's just do that again. Overturn tractor in Jersey, outer roadway northbound entrance ramp. So the entrance ramp to the truck lanes getting out at interchange 10. That's where the entrance ramp to the outer roadway truck lanes are closed. They're going to force everybody to the inner roadway. So it's not that big of a deal. Hopefully everyone's all right. But that's what we're looking at. Okay. So go to the Van Wyck Expressway. Hey, Van Wyck. Jamaica Ave. Hillside. Oof. Ah, look at that. Right in here. Wow. There's our crash. Yahtzee. Bada Bing. There it is. NYPD cruiser on scene. NYPD Ford Explorer. I don't know what kind of vehicle, what make of the vehicle that is. Well, I don't know if it's a broken in vehicle or was another car involved. Not sure, but that is really screwing traffic up pretty bad. So again, that's going to be the northbound side approaching Jamaica Avenue. Broken down truck. Uh-oh, that's trouble. Okay, so that's going to be the eastbound cross Bronx this morning. That is getting dialed out as well. Let's do this. Let's go to the Weather Center for another check of the forecast. And as we're taking a look at the 7-day, let me see if I can dial in this camera here. It's just easier to do that. All right, let's go to the Rutgers Weather Studio for another check of the forecast. Good morning.
Jumping straight into our headlines for today, we do have a chance of showers tonight, but we do have rain expected throughout next week, starting on Sunday, and temperatures continue to be above average, almost reaching the 60s. But as for today, we're going to start with our commuter forecast. Your AM and PM commute will be cloudy, but no chance of precipitation, so we're green and good to go. As for today's high temperatures, again, almost reaching the 60s much across the Garden State, 54 in Milford and White Plains, 53 in Sussex, 50 56 in Piscataway and New York, and 53 down in Wildwood. As for tonight's lows, we do have calmer winds expected, but our temperatures range from the mid 30s, except for 29 degrees up in Sussex. Stepping aside for your 7-day forecast, we're expecting mostly sunny skies for today and tomorrow with a high temperature of 54 and then 44 degrees. We keep that high temperature until Monday and add a chance of rain in the morning for Monday, starting Sunday at 50% chance of rain, and Monday we have chance of AM rain before 8 a.m. Tuesday we keep that chance of rain at 30%, but we do have those PM showers. Wednesday, we have a chance of rain of 50, and Thursday, we have a chance of rain at 25. Back to you, Don.
Thank you very much. And you do see those temperatures moving into early next week. It looks exactly like what we would see probably early April, give or take, end of March, early April timeframe, maybe mid-April. And it is just incredibly warm. And watch the New Jersey morning show this morning. Meteorologist Mike Favetta is going to tell us what the warmest Valentine's days have been over the last. I'm not even sure what the parameters are, but he's going to be telling us. So definitely tune in for that. Long range, again, we'll bring those up as well from the CPC, and it just doesn't look like there's any cold air out there at all. Eastbound on the Cross Bronx here, just after Jerome. That's where this crash is being reported this morning. It's right up in here. Right in there. So let's bring in the bridges and tunnels. It's a little windy out there too. I have the window partially open and I can feel a breeze coming through the kitchen. So it is a little breezy, which is good because that maybe will dry up some of these roads that we have. So about 35, almost 40 at the George, about 15 at the Lincoln and Holland. Again, you know, volume is down when the Lincoln is at 15 at 749. So this crash here on that Cross Bronx is really dialing out the George Washington Bridge. Might as well just stay in the Bronx and give you the other Gordy details. Southbound of the Deegan, pretty heavy from Van Cortlandt Park on over to the Cross Bronx. Southbound Bruckner here at the Hunts Point Drawbridge is heavy. Southbound the Bronx River Parkway is busy from basically the Bronx Zoo getting out to the CBX, and the north on the Bruckner extension getting into the Hutch is also a bit crowded. Look at this east side, just parking lot here south of the 130s or so into basically the 70s, 50s, really. And then north on the FDR Drive is pretty crowded getting into 96th Street. Well, let's continue over to the west side going south of the George Washington Bridge. That is going to be heavy. Throngs Neck and Whitestone bridges, they are all looking pretty good. West on the Grand Central is heavy here at LaGuardia, and then north on the BQE, busy getting into the Grand Central. Now, the southbound side of the BQE is tuned up down to the Williamsburg Bridge. Midtown Tunnel is only about 5-6 minutes. Ed Koch, that looks pretty good. Let's go out to Queens because it is a mess both ways. The LIE, the Clearview through to the fairgrounds, but that's usually typical drill. And then we have heavy traffic on the Cross Island both ways getting into the LIE. Let's go to, there's that Van Wyck crash heading north as you see it there. We're delayed all the way back to the Belt Parkway. That's a mess. Inbound Jackie to the Kew Gardens interchange. That's a parking lot. It looks like there may be a crash on the Grand Central now. Let's see if we can bring that in to our show here at 7:51. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Facebook and YouTube are where we are this morning. Oh, there we go. Down here. GCP. BWE at the GCP. Oh no. What did I do? Jackie Robinson. Wow, that is a tight road. Well, there's definitely something going on here with Jackie and the Grand Central come together. I don't believe the Parsons Boulevard cameras will be able to see anything. It is not. So we are unable to get visuals there. North on the Cross Island, really busy, straight off the eastbound belt. It's just a parking lot all the way up to the Grand Central. Belt Parkway is just really jacked here going east into Pennsylvania Avenue. A couple of accidents now. Why they don't have them on the list is beyond me, because they probably don't know that they're there. We will take a look and see what is going on. That Cross Bay Boulevard camera was still in operation. That was a good camera. There's nothing at 158. No, Erskine is good. I bet you anyone it's at Pennsylvania. Yep. It's between Pennsylvania and Erskine Street. It's just here over the Fresh Creek Bridge. Right in here. There used to be a here at the Canarsie Pier and Rockaway Parkway, but I don't know why they put that camera in. They did all this work, these hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of rehabilitation of the belt, and then they took out two of the cameras that are on the road. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. It is really getting windy out there all of a sudden. You hear it whistling underneath the window seals. So we go inbound Gowanus, the OMS through Brooklyn, getting all the way up to the Brooklyn Bridge, and then Verrazano Brooklyn bound is heavy. East on the belt is busy getting off of the Verrazano. North on the West Shore over by Arden Avenue is busy. Staten Island Expressway, for the most part, is good. Again, there's really not a whole lot of sun glare out there. It's fairly cloudy. This morning, Outer Ridge back to New Jersey is good. So let's do this now. Let's bring to the conversation Long Island. Eastbound Northern State at Shelter Rock. It's not really causing a problem. Here. Southern State, just a lot of volume. Is just there's just lots of traffic out there between 17 through 22, and then again between 22 and 25. All early out to exit 28. West is heavy into 109. LIE is heavy here at 135. The LIE is heavy here at the Northern State Connector. Northern State, little volume into the Wantagh, but that's about it. Sandy Coast up towards Crooked Hill Road is busy. LIE, though, throughout Suffolk looks good. Eastern Suffolk is fine. There, I say that. It is pretty jacked up here. Hampton Bay, Shinnecock Hills, Tuckahoe. I'm wondering if some folks are maybe making it out to the Hamptons a little earlier for the weekend. Again, we're not saying it's warmer temperatures, but it's looking to get out for Valentine's Day next weekend, Tuesday, I should say. Early for the Super Bowl. Maybe they're headed out for parties in the Hamptons a little bit early. Okay, so I see Connecticut's got an issue more than likely on Route 8, probably right around exit 9, 10. Let's see if I'm right. Bring it in. Nothing. There's got to be something there. It shouldn't be that jacked up over the Commodore Hull Bridge into Derby and Shelton. No, it's just the dewdrop in. It's just a little. It's pretty heavy there. I think there's got to be something going on. That's really backed up for about 2 miles or so. Just before the Commodore Hull Bridge this morning. Housatonic River. Commodore Isaac Hull Memorial Bridge. I forgot the Isaac part of it. I knew there was a second surname in there somewhere. Widen it up, and we go to the 8 and 25. That's busy here, getting out to 95. It's been pretty crowded the last couple of mornings, and I'm not 100% sure why. Merritt Parkway, normal stuff in Route 7 from 41 down to 36. 95 is heavy, 18, 17 really through 11, and then further down the line from 9 on over to about 5 or so. Other than that, that's about it. Now we go to the Hudson Valley. They definitely going to bring up something on the thruway out by interchange 11 or so. Has to be. There's something going on. I'd say going north. Yep, right before 11. Yahtzee. Tonic. Broken down vehicle, 684, hard scrabble, shoulder. So let's go to here to the state cameras. 7:58 is our time. Washington Tri-State Traffic Show here on Facebook and YouTube. We are going to be going here for about the next half hour or so. Please post up in the comments. Let us know where you're watching us from, what you're doing for the weekend. Alexandra, Aaron, I don't know if you're watching the game this weekend. What do you like here? Eagles, Chiefs. Say, what do you know? Come on. I think it's this processor is just falling apart. One of these days, I'm going to get this new computer, and hopefully things will be better. And I hope it. I'm hoping so. I may just buy the cheapest thing I can possibly get, and then probably is the chips are probably better than anything that I have right now. Take the snapshot of it. That's the northbound side. No, it's not. That's north coming towards us. Huh. Okay. So it is right in here. So it's the northbound side. That's where the crash is, but the southbound side is dialed out back to the Palisades. So give yourself probably another about 10 plus minutes or so. When did that come in? Let's see here. $7:26, so about 25 minutes ago or so. Relatively fresh in Rockland County, but the rest of the Hudson Valley is just beautiful. On the Thruway 84, Route 6, Beacon Bridge, nothing happening. Lake Carmel, Hamlet, Brewster. 684 south into Katona. That also is a good ride. Okay, so let's give it the numbers here. Do have that Cross Bronx accident, and that's what's screwing up traffic here at the George. Probably 45 plus now. About 15 at the Lincoln, same thing at the Holland. And Alexandra says, we'll be watching the game at my brother-in-law's house. Very nice. Problem is the game is on too late. I hate to say it really is. The game is on at 6:30. First of all, the game should be on. They should make it Super Bowl Saturday. Forget Super Bowl Sunday. Forget this. This is stupid. Put it on a Saturday. Put the game in prime time. This way people can be out. They don't have to worry about going to work. You don't have to worry about, employers having their personnel calling out sick on Monday or taking PTO because they want to watch the game. You could start the game at 4:30 on a Saturday. Be perfect. Honestly, if you started the game at 4:30 on Sunday, would be better. Forget all the 8 hours of hype and all the other BS. Nobody cares about any of that. We're not looking for it. Just another football game. So if they were to move that start time up by 2 hours at 4:30, would be optimal, because then that game would end just like a regular football game. Normally by 7:30, then you're able to get home and do your thing and get ready for work the next day. That would be absolutely beautiful. And luckily I'm working from home on Monday, and Aaron already has the day off for Lincoln's birthday. Oh, wow. Very nice. And then the following Monday is President's Day. So that's everyone, pretty much most folks are off for President's Day. What am I saying? 8:02. Wow, we already crossed 8 o'clock here, and didn't go back to the weather centers. Let's do that now, because I'm going to bring in that the 7-day here. So let's go back to the Weather Center, and then we'll reset with transit on the backside of weather. All right.
Jumping straight into our headlines for today, we do have a chance of showers tonight, but we do have rain expected throughout next week, starting on Sunday, and temperatures continue to be above average, almost reaching the 60s. But as for today, we're going to start with our commuter forecast. Your AM and PM commute will be cloudy, but no chance of precipitation, so we're green and good to go. As for today's high temperatures, again, almost reaching the 60s much across the Garden State, 54 in Milford and White Plains, 53 in Sussex, 56 in Piscataway and New York, and 53 down in Wildwood. As for tonight's lows, we do have calmer winds expected, but our temperatures range from the mid 30s, except for 29 degrees up in Sussex. Stepping aside for your 7-day forecast, we're expecting mostly sunny skies for today and tomorrow with a high temperature of 54 and then 44 degrees. We keep that high temperature until Monday and add a chance of rain in the morning for Monday, starting Sunday at 50% chance of rain, and Monday we have chance of AM rain before 8 a.m. Tuesday we keep that chance of rain at 30%, but we do have those PM showers. Wednesday, we have a chance of rain of 50, and Thursday, we have a chance of rain at 25. Back to you, Don.
Thank you so much. And we'll get a last and final check here at 8. We'll do 8:15, 8:30 right before we sign off. Another check of the forecast. Now, Connor, I don't know if you're still online with us here this morning. You are. He says, I am off for President's Day, but getting my car serviced that day. Okay. I don't know, Connor, if you can see this, but this is the activity monitor for my computer. Maybe you can make some recommendations. I can't expand on it, but it says right now with the StreamYard running, the camera running, and I don't know how many open windows, 5 or 6 Chrome tabs. We're pushing 6 gigs here for the RAM, and the CPU is going to be here just about, depends. Then it's saying about CPU load is about half. So I don't know if that does anything for you or what. I'm not even sure. Energy impact, I don't know what that is, but just thought I'd bring that up if that does anything for you while you're online. Let's see here. So delays on the ANRW. The boarding changes here, Princess Bay to Arthur Kittle, Princess Bay, board in Tottenville bound platform. Go to the rails. Bring that in. Everything is on or close to schedule. I do probably like 10:15. Probably have about 10 minutes or so, around 10 to 15 before I head to the studio. We could do that if you have a moment. That'd be great. Thank you, sir. Let's see here now. Go back to the maps. I guess we'll go there. Let's see here. Okay, I will try to. If anything, I may send you the StreamYard link because I don't know whether I have a Zoom account attached to this account here. It's essentially the same thing. That may even work better because I can share screen just like this. Let's see here now. Okay. Let's go here. It's going on to Route 18 now. No, I think 18 is going down the drain. Looks like that's the case. 73, we got a crash at Maple Shade. Let's try that one there. Friends, post up what you think the score. You don't need a StreamYard account. You just click on the link like the Zoom, and it should automatically take you to it. That's the way I did the Darlie interview. She doesn't have StreamYard either. It's just going to ask you for, permission on your phone to use the camera. Let's see here. Southbound, 73 south of 38. There should be a camera. See what we see. There's the crash. Tied up. Cameras like in slow motion. I don't know what's with the Jersey DOT and these cameras on. I don't understand why they're not as good as they should be. Fox Meadow Drive. Okay. We were going to go to 18 because that all of a sudden just went downhill quickly. One. Don't see anything there. But it is really jacked up. Let's see here now. Let's go back to the maps. This is. It looks like it's just south of Route 1. Why isn't the Nakatomi Plaza camera here? We should get it. I don't see anything there. The Route 1 camera is dialed out here. They're looking south. So that's really on the route. No, that's 18. It's got to be going the other way. It looks like I would say it's maybe just before Route 1. That looks like it's southbound. No, I can't see. That's northbound Route 1. I'm a little perplexed as far as Connor says that Route 18 New Brunswick is worse than I thought. Yeah. Close out of this and so yeah, we are backed up to Route 27. That's pretty bad. Actually, Connor, after we finish the show, would you have time here in like about 20 minutes or so? Because I just remembered at 10 o'clock, I got a couple things I got to do. Quick 5-10 minutes before I send it over to Fairfield. Huh. Okay. Well, we just have to wait to, I guess, for the DOT to figure out what's going. Well, we know what something is going on right before Route 1, so it's just a matter of what it is. We just have to figure that out. Connor says yes. Okay, I will send you as soon as I sign off. As soon as we sign off the show here, I'll send you the StreamYard link, and then we'll connect for a couple minutes. Thank you, sir. Alexandra says, I'm just showing up for the food since the Giants aren't in it. Okay, what's on the menu there, Alexandra? Do you have an idea? Do you know? Or are you bringing anything? But glad to see you. Brian Dable got Coach of the Year. Oh, did he? Congratulations! Wow, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Yeah. So now, do you stay for the whole game? I mean, I know you said Aaron is off on Monday, right? Do you stay for the entire game, or what's the drill there? Or do you leave at halftime? Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to what do we got? 8:12. And Connor says at Alexandra, yes, I know. I watched it last night. Congrats to him and go blue. All right, there we go. So 8:12 now is her time, and Alexandra says that they stay for most of the game. Nice. Yeah, it's always fun to have a big party. My brother is an enormous sports fan. Is actually surprisingly headed out for a business trip, and he has to leave Sunday night. So whether he'll be able to watch that on the plane or not, I'm not sure. Chili, Italian sandwiches, charcuterie boards, and more. Nice, nice. Look at that. Right, very good. Getting hungry here. No, I had a little breakfast earlier. So 8:13 now is our time. Let's just run down the incidents here before we get to weather again, and then we'll do our sponsors. And yeah, so we have a pedestrian accident on Route 4 East in the vicinity of Delsey Drive in Franklin Township. All lanes were closed there. That's in South Jersey. 47 out by the Cumberland Mall. Everything is shut there both ways. In Vineland, it's really Vineland, Millville. 73 south of Maple Shade. One lane is closed up there to 38. Overturned tractor trailer entrance ramp from 10 to the truck side of things, and the turnpike that's shut with that overturned tractor trailer. So let's go to New York. And we've got Cross County, the shoulder is out, Sprainbrook. Crash on the thruway. On the thruway south before exit interchange 12. Now it's going south. I thought it was going north. Broken down truck on the eastbound Cross Bronx at Webster. The northbound Van Wyck, 2 lanes are shut at just before Jamaica. We've seen that, and that really is messing traffic up big time hit. And the belt, they still haven't dialed in this accident here out by just east of Pennsylvania Avenue. That's shocking. I can't figure that out. We got traffic all the way back to Flatbush Avenue. It looks like another crash east out by Plum Beach before Flatbush, but looks like this time it's going west. I'm sorry. Looks like it's going west of that out by the golf course there, but eastbound is tied up as well. I'm thinking it's going east. That would be my educated guess. Heading east. Anna, welcome. Buenos dias. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. All right, so 8:15 is our time. Let's go back to let's go back to the Weather Center, get another check of the weather. We'll do our sponsors, and then we'll come back, and then we'll be another 15 minutes, and I think we'll wrap it up. Again, I don't want to say it's mildly quiet, but it's a little lighter than normal, but it's still dialed out. Anyway, get off of me. Let's go to the Weather Center.
Jumping straight into our headlines for today, we do have a chance of showers tonight, but we do have rain expected throughout next week, starting on Sunday, and temperatures continue to be above average, almost reaching the 60s. But as for today, we're going to start with our commuter forecast. Your AM and PM commute will be cloudy, but no chance of precipitation, so we're green and good to go. As for today's high temperatures, again, almost reaching the 60s much across the Garden State, 54 in Milford and White Plains, 53 in Sussex, 56 in Piscataway and New York, and 53 down in Wildwood. As for tonight's lows, we do have calmer winds expected, but our temperatures range from the mid-30s, except for 29 degrees up in Sussex. Stepping aside for your 7-day forecast, we're expecting mostly sunny skies for today and tomorrow with a high temperature of 54 and then 44 degrees. We keep that high temperature until Monday and add a chance of rain in the morning for Monday, starting Sunday at 50% chance of rain, and Monday we have chance of AM rain before 8 a.m. Tuesday we keep that chance of rain at 30%, but we do have those PM showers. Wednesday, we have a chance of rain of 50, and Thursday, we have a chance of rain at 25. Back to you, Don.
Thank you so much. We'll get one last and final check here. We'll do that again in about another 10 minutes or so, because I know everyone's looking for Super Bowl forecast as well as Valentine's Day. Let's go to our sponsors, and I screwed it up. I should have had the sponsor up. So we go to the Shaved Cave, 1471 Rant Road in Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. And head over there for the best in your manly grooming needs for your beards and hot towel shaves and your fresh cuts, your fades. And I'm excited to see when your son eventually heads over there and gets a fresh cut there with your generous gift certificate. So again, make sure he says that he saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Go over and see any of the fine fellas there for the best in men's grooming. Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road. And let's see here now. So we thank them so much for sponsoring our little broadcast. And our friend Ralph here, hey, we're getting closer and closer, one day at a time, right? One day at a time. Ralph will be back on March the 3rd, so just a little less than a month's time from now. Our guy Ralph is back in operation, back in business at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the phone number, 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. Put it on your calendars. Get ready to head over for some wonderful ice cream. And the way this weather is going, it's certainly going to be, I'm sure, very, very crowded on that first day that he comes back on that Friday. It's going to be a little bit of a limited menu because it takes him, a week or two to get things up and running for all the flavors. It takes some time. Obviously, just logistically takes time to freeze all that ice cream. So maybe a week or so before you get the full complement of flavors. But sometimes he starts off on a slow pace. It's kind of like a little bit of spring training until he gets into the meat and potatoes of the season, which usually, honestly, his season kind of goes pretty much follows the baseball schedule to a degree. His last day is usually Christmas Eve, but be fun to have Ralph back. And again, I'm going to try to connect with him, maybe do a little interview and maybe give us a little preview of what's to come here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. So can't wait for that to take place. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the fact is, if I have a moment, I may even try to give him a call today, see how things are going. Let's talk to our friends here at Maxim Motor Cars. Here out in Morris County, New Jersey, 973-620-9060. That's on 303 West Clinton Street in Dover. That's between routes 46 and routes 80. Give Nick or Anthony a call. Once again, 973-620-9060 for a quality, affordable used vehicle. And I just heard just the other day that the average new car price is like $47,000. That's absolute insanity. That is just, wow. So, and actually I may do a video in the next week or two about, maybe some more affordable vehicles. The new Chevy Trailblazer, which is not coming out until the fall, is another small affordable vehicle. Chevy Trax, which I believe is coming out this spring, should be a nice addition. We're looking at starting prices about $22,000 in that general vicinity. So there are some options for some folks. I think it's that could be one of the hottest segments, that's compact SUV class. Gives you the benefits of the SUV with the hatchback and so forth, the lift gate, and gets you up a little bit higher off the ground. But I think that may be one of the hottest segments going, and a lot of it is just prices too. But looking for an affordable used vehicle for your son, daughter, getting ready to have their first car to drive, give Maxim Motor Cars a call. 973-620-9060 is the website. And last but certainly not least, number 7 on the scorecard, but number 1 in your hearts, is going to be Darley Newman and her wonderful program, Travels with Darley, on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey, also on New Jersey PBS on Sundays at 2:30. That's season 10. I believe this is episode 5. Last week I saw Santa Fe. That was really good. It was just fun. Followed the progression of the show on her Instagram account. with the chef, Jose Fernandez, there. And it's just kind of fun to see how it all kind of came into the final product. We saw some of the behind the scenes photos. We saw some of the videos. She did the Facebook Lives. So it was kind of really fun to see that with George R. Martin, who's actually from the Tri-States, grew up in Bayonne, New Jersey, and he's a big train enthusiast. So it's really a lot of fun to watch that program in Santa Fe. Darlie-Newman.com is the website. She also has her shop, which is selling these wonderful season 10 items. Could be a limited edition, possibly. I'm not sure. But I believe I'm going to try to get my hands on one of the coffee cups here for the back of the set. So we have the, well, it'd help if you could see that. Oops, there we go. We've got the hoodies, we have the sweatshirts, and just look at the artwork. Just fantastic artwork here. And really good looking stuff. This sweatshirt is really sharp looking. Look at that. You know what? Let's just see what it looks like. If there's any other colors, or is it just the one? Okay, it's just the one. Yeah, so there you go. Travels with Darlie. Showing you the world. That's cool. That's very nice. Let's go back out of this. Widget didn't load. Oh boy. Trouble. Troubling. Very troubling. And this is the coffee cup. I think I like this one with the serving the world, showing you the world, the places where she's been. That's very cool. So again, it's darliecnewman.com. That is the website. Let me see if I have that here. I do. That's it. darliecnewman.com/shop. Definitely hit this up here and get some good memorabilia, some swag here from Travels with Darlie. And if you do buy one of the t-shirts or the coffee mugs or whatever, send me a picture and we'll put it on the air. So a lot of fun here with Travels with Darlie here for the 10th season. All right, so we're going to come off of that now. Let's go back to the comments. Let's see what we got. We got a bunch of comments rolling in. Connor says, I want Chiefs to win. Eagles better not win. I want the Chiefs to win too. And we are a Chiefs family, and that's what Anna says. So we've got 3 Chiefs and no Eagles. So I don't know. I'm looking just for a good competitive game. I think it's all going to depend on whether Mahomes' ankle holds out. So he's a warrior, no question about that. But that hit that he took 2 weeks ago was really wicked. So we shall see. And quickly, we got about 7 minutes left in the broadcast. Connor Alexander, Anna, type in your scores. I know you want the Chiefs to win, but what are you looking at score-wise? I'm going to go, I will be the outlier and go with the Eagles because I think their defense is pretty good. I'm going to say, let's see, 31-27 Eagles, I will go with. 31-27 Eagles. That is my prediction. Connor says Chiefs to win by 5. Can you put in maybe what you think the score is going to be, like I did, 31-27? Then I can go back and look and see who was the closest. All right, so we got 5 more minutes left. And Alexander said he just lost a viewer. No, just kidding. Okay. So let's just go back to the maps. We have a couple of problems. First is on the thruway this morning, going both ways here in towards interchange 11. We've got a crash that's heading northbound, but the southbound side is also tied up. I think there may be a crash as well going south, but I'm unable to find the camera there. The George Washington Bridge is dialed out because of this eastbound cross Bronx broken down truck out by Jerome Avenue. Let's bring that to the conversation here this morning. Let's just show you the numbers. Let's see. Alexander says 27-24 Chiefs. Okay, and a close matchup there. Connor says 40-20 Chiefs. A little bit more of a blowout for Connor there with the Chiefs. Okay. Let's see. Over an hour now at the George. Under 15 here at the Lincoln and Holland. So hopefully they get that cleaned up, I should say, soon. But that Cross Bronx is tough to get any help. And Anna says 28-21 Chiefs. So Connor saying a blowout. Alexander Anna saying much more closer matchup. And I said 31-27 Eagles. So we're all kind of in that space there. I just think it's obviously a lot of it depends on Mahomes. And if he can't really pivot off that foot, you may see a lot more running than you will passing. And that could keep the scores down just a bit. But we will see. Let's see what else we've got. The belt again is all tuned up here, getting into Pennsylvania Avenue with a crash. That's still being cleared. North of the Van Wyck is busy all the way back to the airport because of that problem just before Jamaica Avenue. Cross Island is busy pretty much end to end here off the South Shore up to the LIE. So there's just a lot of volume, some outliers. The Gowanus getting into the BQE, that's going to be a mess. Now the westbound Staten Island Expressway, we are setting up this road work now with the HOV lane being taken out in either direction till about 2:30. And then Route 18, have they picked up this? I mean, have they come up with this idea to let us know about the Route 18 deal? Come on. And we do. Crash injuries in both directions. 2 lanes closed south of Paulus Boulevard. Okay, so now they're moving cameras here. Connor, let's see what we find out. Yep, there it is. Well, that, sorry. And there it is. I told you that's where it was. It was right before Route 1. They had the camera going the wrong way. So that is the southbound side. Wow, look at that. Wow. That's well, for right now, that southbound side is shut. There's nothing. Well, there we go. We're letting some more traffic through. It looks like it hit the Jersey median here. So there may be the concrete Jersey median is banged up as well. Hopefully the car didn't go over into the northbound side. I think the northbound side is maybe just an emergency vehicle. I can't see behind the sign here, but wow. All right. So that's 18, and we kind of had it first here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. We will see who will get the closest score. Yes, sir. Yeah, so we'll see what Super Bowl will bring us. But again, we actually had this first on our little channel here because I could see it. There was something going on. There's no question about it. This would not be read for any reason other than a crash here this morning. All right, friends. So it is 8:30 here. We passed the hour mark. So I think we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to chat with Connor here in just a moment, and then we reconnect with on New Jersey for the New Jersey Morning Show coming up at 9 o'clock. So I want to thank Connor, Anna, and Alexandra, everyone else watching on the replays. Thank you so much, and we'll see who comes the closest on Wednesday when we reconnect with you for our next broadcast on the 15th of February. So we'll see who comes up the closest here for our score and to see who wins. So anyway, thank you so much. Want to thank Travels with Darley, Ralph over the Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery, Anthony and Nick over at Maxim Motor Cars. Same thing with all the fine fellows over at the Shaved Cave in Clark for sponsoring our little broadcast here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Please pass it along to your friends. Have them like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just tell them type in Tri-State Traffic Show on YouTube, and my big screaming head will in the headshot will come up. So just click on that and certainly smash the like buttons on these videos. Again, hopefully we'll put us in a different pathway, different lane there. For YouTube and the algorithm, help myself and our chief meteorologist, John Rocco, in the Weather Center. Speaking of that, I want to thank all our friends over at the Weather Watchers here for this week's weather. Hopefully they have a fantastic weekend. We'll reconnect with them on Wednesday. So get out and enjoy this mild weather here today. Temps into the mid to upper 50s or so. I don't think we really go any lower here for the afternoon hours, any lower than kind of where we are right now. But the weekend, a little bit cooler by about 6-7 degrees, but not a terrible deal. Maybe Sunday evening gets a little rainier, potential for some showers into Monday morning. And then early next week, temperatures go right back up into the upper 50s. And we're looking at temps that should be more for like end of March, 1st of April instead of middle of February. And Valentine's Day is going to be fairly warm into the mid 50s. And if you're looking for the warmest Valentine's Day around our tri-state area, specifically New Jersey, tune into the New Jersey Morning Show in about 28 minutes. Meteorologist Mike Favetta will have all the answers and more. Let us know what some of the warmest Valentine's Days have been. Again, it is just unheard of, really. I just do not see any kind of snow for the rest of the season. I don't know. I mean, look, we're 2 months away from April 10th, about 2 months to Easter, really. And Ash Wednesday comes up on the 22nd of February. So a week from Wednesday. So once we get into St. Patrick's Day, again, St. Patrick's Day can always be cold as well, but I don't think so. Looking at the trends, it just doesn't seem to be that way. Anyway, have a fantastic Friday. Drive safely out there. Enjoy the Super Bowl on a Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And we will reconnect with you on Wednesday. And have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next week, everybody.